When waste becomes a means to generate power and energy, the conversion is cause for joy. Johannesburg, the country's economic hub, is gearing up for its first methane gas to power project that will contribute significantly to the energy provision. Our reporter Keldon Ongu has more.
The company behind the project, ANN7, says 4 generators are going to kick to life by early 2015. Joburg's largest landfill site, the Robinson Deep, gives one a good view of the CBD and southern suburbs. It's also the site of methane gas to power project in the vicinity of Terfontein.
The Department of Energy has made a decision to sign power purchase agreements with bid window 3 developers. As far as our planning goes, we should have electricity production, depending on the Eskom connection dates, by April, May 2015.
It started in 2009 when ANN7 was awarded the contract.
We're looking at medium-sized households of about 15 to 20,000 that will benefit directly from these kind of projects.
ANN7 explained to us how landfill gas will be utilized.
The gas generated from the decomposition of the waste produces the methane gas, and via a network of piping we suck the gas off the site. The gas comes off the site and it's under vacuum, it's pulled off the site, and then after the suction blower the gas is piped to the flare and the gas is burnt.
Meanwhile, City of Joburg says going forward more similar projects are envisaged in other parts of the country as the population increases. As the City of Johannesburg continues to make its landfill sites more environmental friendly, waste minimization strategy and program stresses that the success of the program can solely depend on citizens changing their behavior and appreciating waste as a resource. This is Keldon Ongu for ANN7, Robinson Deep, Johannesburg.
Well, Director of the Energy Systems Joburg, David Cornish, joins us over the phone from Johannesburg. Welcome to the show, David. Thanks so much for your time. First of all, how long has it taken to develop this program?
Well, thank you for having me, firstly. It's taken a number of years, as indicated in the report. We secured the contract with the City of Johannesburg in 2009. And it's taken us a number of years to get where we are now, but primarily because of the process of the Department of Energy developing mechanisms and legislation around supporting renewable electricity generation projects. And that has primarily been the longest lead time item in implementing projects such as this one.
David, is this part of government's independent power producer procurement program, or is this independent?
No. This is part of the REAP process, the Renewable Energy Independent Power Producers Program. The project was successful in the round 3 bid procurement window and looks to secure or sign the power purchase agreement with the Department of Energy and Eskom by the end of November this year. And start construction, and the construction period for these types of projects is typically fairly short. And depending on the exact date of the electrical connection, be producing electricity from the Robinson Deep site by April, May 2015.
So how many households will benefit from this, and how will they benefit?
Well, the households don't benefit directly. Basically, it's a renewable electricity generation project, so we're using a greenhouse gas which drives climate change. And instead of that gas being emitted into the atmosphere, we're using it as a fuel source. So the project has 2 benefits. One is reducing greenhouse gas emissions, and the project is registered as a clean development mechanism under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change. So that's the first benefit, and that's to everyone in the greater Johannesburg area. And the second benefit is that we're using this gas to make renewable electricity, which then gets supplied into the national network. So the benefit is not necessarily visible or evident to households, but as an example, people who live in and around landfill sites like the Robinson Deep site, within a matter of weeks of us commissioning that project, we had private individuals and companies writing into the local press saying how the landfill site no longer emits any odors. So the benefits are perhaps more intangible than they are visual or tangible.
David, very interesting indeed and very progressive steps for South Africa. Thank you very much for joining us on the line. That was David Cornish, the Director for Energy Systems in Johannesburg. Well, moving on to our next story.